Asatu ma sadgamaya tamasho ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritangamaya avirabir maiti rudro yatte dakshinang mukham te namang pahi nityam te namang pahi nityam. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from death to immortality. And evermore shine in our hearts with your resplendent face. Om peace, peace, peace be unto us all. So we are revising this Shanti Gita, the Song of Peace, and we are on the chapter, fifth chapter, and verse number 28. We have finished the other day. Its context, because many of you are first time here, when Sri Krishna, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, gave a Gita message, song of the celestial song, it is called. When Krishna, he was totally depressed due to seeing the war and seeing the condition of to kill his own people. No? That was a severe question. And then Bhagavan Krishna came to bring him out of his despondency and engaged him into action. And all this entire Gita, which has been given, it is called the essence of all the Upanishads. So now, again, on the 13th day of the war, when the war was going on the 13th day, Arjuna's son, Abhimanyu, he was killed by 7 Maharathis, great warriors, and in an unjust way. And then when Arjuna came to know that, he lost all interest to continue the war any further. And then he said, but then he again, Bhagavan Krishna gave him this advice, which is called Shanti Gita. It caused a peace in the heart of Arjuna. That's why it's called peace. All the bereavement and the death. And he got energy to start his life again. So there we find that this is the Shanti Gita. There started Arjuna putting the question, Arjuna was despondent, and then Sri Krishna gave advice. So we are in the chapter, fifth chapter. We are continuing for some days. It is just a revision. So the question came. I forgot where is it. Yeah. Then now he is talking about the people of illumination, how they live, how they work, how they move in the world. Those who have, what are the special signs of those people? That was the question from Arjuna. And he said, there is no duty for an illumined soul. There is nothing to be done, nothing not to be done. So this is not, so they are free soul, and even the Vedas are not, have nothing to control them. So Gyani, sometimes they are disidentified with the body. So they live in this consciousness that is the witness of everything, and he can roam about anywhere. In the household life he may live, or he may be living in a renounced life. He may be wearing a gerua cloth, he may be not wearing anything in the body, smearing the ashes. He can do whatever, but they move in the world without any attachment. They are beyond all all considerations of our human consideration. In the as we sometimes they walk around like a bhikshu, Kachin Nagna, sometimes they are now clothing, and sometimes they were found that they are engaged in experiencing the uh, sensate experiences of the sensate things. It appears as if they are enjoying the world, but ultimately they are not. They are all perfectly free from all attachment. So that brought to the question that the Nana Bhavino in diverse ways, in Nana Veshino, diverse costumes. They roam around the world with getting beyond all doubts and confusion. Huh? And you cannot acknowledge, you cannot just say, seeing from outside, he is a knower of truth or not. No, it is not. Dehatma buddhito loko. Bachur Lakshana Mikshate. Those who have body identity, you can judge them by his actions, by his features, by his activity. But Anturbhavo Novai Veddo, what is the inner spirit in that those illumined souls, no one can ascertain from outside. And those who know, they only know. Other people only make big arguments about the Jnana state. And these people move around, or the other people move around in the forest of logic, or on Shastra, or on in the scriptures. And they don't get out of that. Therefore, very important is Bahu Sadhana. The great spiritual practice is necessary, and that may come, practice should be continued for hundreds of lives and lives. And if you have a good fortune and you have a grace of your Guru, then then this knowledge may come. But you have to be following the four path of sadhana. It is very important verse we talked about that. I want to reiterate that. Yodi sarvam parityajyo moi bhakti parayanaha sadhayet eko chittena sadhanani punapuna vidhaya karma niskaman mat priti labha manasa mai kritvarpanang sarvam chitta suddhi ravapyate. Very beautifully, Ramakrishna Vivekananda ideal is given here. Yodi sarvam parityajyo, so you give up everything for Mai Bhakti Parayana. Only you love. So one idea is the detachment from the external objects, loving God, and you start your spiritual practice with one pointedness, and you perform all karma action without any attachment, without any expectation. Offering to God. Any work you do it for God. These four yogas have been mentioned. Vichar, fast path, sarvang parityajya, how will you renounce everything? Because everything is transient. Everything is moving. Nothing here is permanent. In this universe of change, I am changing, you are changing, sun is changing, moon is changing, stars are changing, earth is changing. There is nothing without any change. So, day and night analyze what is unchanging, what is changing, what is permanent, what is impermanent. Analyze. This is the first path. Vichar. Not exclusively. Take that path. And second, Moi Bhakti Parayana. Then see how can you not attach to them? Because God, the love, embodiment of love and bliss is within me. And it is His word. He is signing to everyone with this type of spirit. Devotion. Practice that bhakti yoga. Sadhavet ekochittani. Sit sometimes. Concentrate your all the forces of the mind. And with one pointed mind, meditate on who are you, what is your essential nature, or meditate on God whom you love as instead. And sadhanani, nishkamakam, what will you do 24 hours? You are not meditating whole day. You are not able to analyze whole day, this is unreal and real. You have not time to sit and pray and cry and weep and weep to God every day. We are not that pure. So what will you do? You do all the work. But what work we do? You do work and you get into bondage. Why not do work which will release the bondage? Nishkama karma. You do only to satisfy God. Whatever you do to please God. So if one can do, and this nishkamam karma mat priti labha manaso. There is no other intention of my work whole day. This morning till now, what you have done, what I have done, there is no other intention, nothing, only to know it is to please God. Because God, it is God's word, it is God is everywhere. The highest Vedanta says, Sarvam Khalu Idam Brahma. So whatever you are serving, everything is Brahman. So whatever you are serving Brahman. And Brahman serving Brahman. That means Deva Bhutta Devang Rajat, be godlike and see, serve the divine. So this is the very important sadhana. And he says, and if you go on doing this type of selfless service, selfless action, what will happen? Chitta Shuddhi Ravapyate. Your mind, your intelligence, your memory, your ego, everything will be purified. Chitta means four faculties. Manobuddhi Chitta Hankar. Chitta means your mind will be purified. As much mind will be purified. You see, the mind is like a eyeglass. When it is covered with some dust and dirt, the thing will be there, but I will not be able to see. But when it is clean, as clean it becomes, we see the thing true and true. So therefore, mind becomes clean. And mind becomes clean, your understanding will be clean. What is God? What is unreal? What is real? Why am I here? What is the purpose of my life? Why I am born? Why I am dying? What is my anxiety? Where does anxiety come from? You have to put this question. So that is the buddhi, understanding will be purer. Understanding will be clearer. So now buddhi, mano, buddhi, chitta. Chitta means you are memorizing memory. We live in bad memories only, bad things, bad ideas, no? Then a pure mind will be created when the mind will be thinking of holy things, noble things, uplifting things. Memory will be improved. Huh? And then ego, my ego. We live with ego. That bad ego, it will turn into uh, ripened ego. Unripened ego to ripened ego. That means purer ego. I am a servant of the Lord. I am that. You take Vedanta, you take Bhakti, but that type of purity will come spontaneously if these four stages. So Ramakrishna mission, our traditional idea of this order is that you develop four these faculties, which we find reflected here in the Shanti Gita, verse number 26, 25, and 26. So very important that what Swami Vivekananda said. What he said, I shall give you dry, hard reasons. That is the first point we just read. Huh? Dry, hard reasons. You renounce everything. Why shall I renounce? Analyzing it is impermanent. I shall give you dry, hard reasons. Softened is the sweetest syrup of love. Bhakti, Mai Bhakti Parayana, second point. Mai Bhakti Parayana. Then
spicy
made spicy with karma. Karma is always spicy. Fight, arrogance, ego, ayu. It's a spice of life, no? This is bitter sometimes, very difficult to go through it. But when it mixed with jnana and bhakti, then it becomes good cooking. A meal is coming out, best meal.
Cooked in the kitchen of yoga.
And cooked in the kitchen of yoga. That means you cook this whole entire meal, cook in your meditation. And then what will happen? Even a baby will be able to easily understand this. No, I shall give you dry, hard reasons, softened in the sweetest syrup of love, made spicy with karma. Chak chok, no? Spicy, it makes sizzling noise and this and that. So, made spicy with intense karma. No laziness in spiritual life. I think many of them have idea. I'm spiritual, so I meditate day and night. Oh, you meditate on what? There is no God, nothing. You meditate on all the worldly thing. Your mind goes to Boston, to New York, to all the places here, all doing shopping and marketing and everything. So therefore, be practical. That's why made spicy with karma, do karma. But karma do in such a way that it releases, not makes a bondage. And then cooked in the kitchen of yoga so that even a baby can easily digest it. Digestion is the question. Huh? Digestion, huh? Or digestion, whatever you say. So that is the spiritual food should be nurturing, joyful, cheerful, and spiritual life will flourish. So that is given here. I liked it because it matches with the philosophy of Vedanta and Ramakrishna mission. Now, after that, if you can take that as a sadhana, it's very practical for all of us. We are engaged in work whole day. It is a sizzling and spicy thing, no? Pungent sometimes, bitter sometimes, no? But it can be made sweet. It is Ishvara Buddhi. I'm doing it for God. No other intention. And be free. Do the work, hands off. Do the work, hands off. And after doing, if someone praises, thank God. After doing sincerely, someone says bad, thank God. You be free. Why we lose our freedom? Because we do not know how to enjoy our freedom. And we give our freedom to every idiot in the world. Whether someone will smile and someone will be great face, but my all peace and joy is gone. This is not spiritual life. Spiritual life is independence. Do your thing, hands off. Do your thing. That's it. So that comes. Now, that is, then your chitta will be shuddha. No? And now, then Tato viveka samprapta, when you get this wisdom or discriminative power, sadhanani samacharit, then you have to do spiritual practice. How? Now, Atma Vasana, I want to know who am I, or to reach me, my divine self, no? And Vyagru, you will be very eager to get that knowledge. It is not what you call, this spiritual practice, I do every day 15 minutes in the morning. And I don't get much time. What shall I do? I have to work. That will not do. You do your meditation, you do your spiritual. Everything is spiritual. Just be hard. Your karma is spiritual. Your meditation is spiritual. But we have a special idea. Only sitting and closing my eyes is meditation. That's spirituality. Or you go in your shrine room and spend cleaning and washing and polishing. I have been in the shrine for 1 hour. 1 hour, what you do? You clean the vessels and polish this and polish that, and that's your spiritual life. Unless it is thought that I am doing for God, it's meaningless, no? So if one does that, there will awaken some consciousness or awareness. And we will be consciously practicing spiritual discipline from morning to night, night to morning. 24 hours, 365 days, whole year. The whole life becomes a sadhana. Every breath will be sadhana. Every breath will be spiritual practice. And then sadhana will be so intense, it is not relaxing. I could not go to meditate this morning because I was sleeping. No consideration of like that. Sadhana ni samacharit buhutsur bagro manasa. It is bagro. I'm eager, I'm just like a fish out of his water. Just like that story of Ramakrishna pushing the head of the disciple, no? That and he's panting for breath. So that type of restlessness for God, we become restless for so many things. But who is restless for God? So Ramakrishna used to cry when the sun is setting on the western horizon, and seeing that he used to cry, "Ma, another day is gone. You have not appeared before me." And she's lost into that, crying and weeping. No one can make equal to that. He said, I have done so much, you do a little bit. But little bit are you doing? So here is the emphasis. And then when you be really serious and try to find out, then Sansvait, Sadgurung, Pragang, Dhammadidosha Varjita. You approach a guru, a teacher, who is free from pride, arrogance, haughtiness. I am big. Oh, come, I will release you. Huh? That egotistic not not that type of guru, egotistic guru, thinking I am all, I. Not real I, but the apparent I. So he should be free from dhamma, pride, arrogance, etc. And you take refuge in that guru. And then Guru Seva Rato Nitya. Then you follow the instruction of the teacher and and try to please even by personal service to him. That has a meaning I have told before, because personal service is what in early days all the wisdom. Now it is Google search, you can get everything. Yeah. That what is called GTP. You can ask anything, it will create a whole thing within a split second. Done. You cannot give even sufficient work for that type of artificial intelligence. No, they can do so fast. You cannot imagine that you can put the question response is coming. So that the guru is to keep all this wisdom in them because books were not available. So you have to go to guru and guru will see that I am a fit candidate or not. And they used to see that how much you are sincere and you are devoted. So that's why earlier tradition was that. But now it's not that much necessary, but you should listen to what Guru teaches you. So then tattati to bhavet tattam, labdhva guru prasad. By getting the blessings of the Guru, by practicing his instruction, serving him means following his instructions, he will reach a state which is beyond all tattva, all truth, ultimate truth. Now, today, we read 29. This is the preamble for 25 minutes. Now I'll go to read today, 29th. I have read it again, but there is nothing in spiritual life. We talk the same thing. God, unreal, real, meditate, pray, do all for God, serve everything, offer it to God. What no new thing you can find. Right? You squeeze the whole scriptures in the world, nothing no. But we want in a new thing. And if you can quote some Western scholars and this and that, then it becomes a little spicy. That becomes very enjoyable. But spirituality is very simple. To see the reality in this unchanging world. See the unchanging in the changing world. What is the reality behind this backdrop of these moving objects of the universe? Now, 29th verse says, now you go to Guru and select a Guru who will be able to give you the wisdom. He is a pragma, he is a knower of truth, or he is advanced in this line. So you go to a grade 1 boy or girl, who is the teacher? A PhD teacher is necessary to teach him. They will go much over the head. Better a 5th grade boy or girl, a 10th grade boy or girl can teach them. They understand their psychology more. So this you go to a guru, at least see that he is a pure in character. His life is pure. He has studied these Vedas, Upanishads, and the scriptures. He has understood the meaning, what the scriptures intend to say. Apatato, Urigato, Akhilo Vedartha, Tasmin Janmuni, Janmantareva, Kammo, Nishidha, Varjana Purasana. It is to the student's quality, of course. So the teacher's quality should be much purer, that he should not have any hankering for name, fame, power, position, but it is only for unconditional gift for helping someone to cross the ocean of life. So this, then Guru Seva, and Guru when he is pleased, then Guru Prasanne Paratattva Lava. When Guru becomes Prasanna, pleased, then Paratattva, the supreme reality, the supreme truth, can be acquired or achieved. Tataha Kritartha, then you become totally satisfied. The purpose of life is done. Bhavabandha Mukta, what is the net result? the bondage in which we are living our life every day, that bondage, you get out of that bondage. Bhagavan, the mukta, free from the bondage, shackles of bondage of all the worldliness. And then how will you be? You will be vimukta sangha. You will be visheshana mukta, especially free from attachment, asanga. Paramatma rupa, and you establish yourself in your supreme bliss, supreme self. Nasansaret sopi. You will not be moving from that truth. Punor bhavabdu, in the ocean of birth and death. No, you will not be born again in this life of birth and death to suffer. So, this is the service to Guru, and on meaning, also service to Guru, as I said, two meaning. One is a personal service, but that is not more important, is that personal service is not more important than instruction. What Guru gives us to follow that, and that will be the cause of our final liberation. Now, Gyani Kaschit Virakta Pravirata Vishaya Tyakta Bhogo Nirasa Kaschid Bhogi Prasiddha Vicharati Vishaye Bhogoraga Prashakta Prarabdhastatra Hetu Janayati Vivida Vasana Karma Yogat Prarabdhe Jasya Bhoga Sajatati Vibhave Bhogohino Virakta. Now, as I already discussed, you cannot understand a knower of truth from outside behavior. What is going on in their mind, you don't understand that. Because they are totally detached, but outwardly they are doing something which appears like us, worldly. Gyani, that's why the knower of truth, Kaschid Virakta. Sometimes you find that they're totally renunciate. They have nothing in their body, no position, no water bowl to drink water, no bag, no blanket. What will happen? It is cold. Where is some medicine, pocket in the medicine? They have no medicine, they have no pocket, they have nothing. Pocket is not there. So that type of people, Gyani Birakta. Birakta means they are extremely detached or renounced everything. That the sadhus are smearing their body on the ashes to keep themselves from cold and the weather. Pravirata Vishayo Takta Bhog. Pravirata Vishayo Bhoga. Sometimes they see that they're engaged in some enjoyment of the senses. They're eating nice food, wearing great dress, with silken dress and this and that. Say, hey, he's a monk and he's a sadhu. What is doing? Don't have to judge from outside what is, unless you know him, what is going on. But anyone can take advantage of that. Don't believe that. Yeah, anyone doing like that said, oh, I am a great yogi. Okay, you can test him day and night. So Ramakrishna said that you should test a sadhu. Test a sadhu daytime, test a sadhu nighttime. That means what he says and what he does, and actually what it means, that had be experimented, observed. Anyhow, so you can find that they will be absorbed in that 30th verse. Okay, yeah. So he has no expectation from anything, nirasha. These some people, Gyani, Kaschit Bhogi, we see that some are well renowned as pleasure seekers. Prasiddha, Vicharati Vishay, being deeply attached to the sense enjoyments, they move around the sense objects, their actions of past life. Why it is happening? Yeah, it is called the past life's momentum. Someone was moving in a direction. What happens when the direction is, they particularly you can give some examples like you are riding a car is being, suddenly one axle is broken. Then when the wheel runs out of the engine, it is moving. But what is the impulse? Why it is moving that direction? That because already the momentum which is created and the direction it is created, it will have to move in that direction. Though it is severed from the body of the car. So the body identity is totally gone for them. But their this outwardly, this physical body works, though disconnected with the attachment and other thing. Due to attachment, it moves on. It's called the prarabdha karma. So we have three types of karma: prarabdha, sanchita, kriyama. What is prarabdha? Prarabdha, this life, how it is going on, how you started the life. And now it is going on, it is in the middle. You cannot stop it. So you throw a stone, suppose this angle, and hit it this way. And when it is, you have control till you have thrown it, which direction you are throwing, no? After it is released from your hand, this stone is moving in a trajectory. Suppose it is hitting something you don't want. Hey, don't, stop. Will it stop? The stone is out of hand. It is momentum is pushing it. Is it not? So therefore, our life is a due to prarabdha, this body is continuing. That's why Ramakrishna said, or Holy Mother said, that a person who is blind, after God realization, they don't get their eyes back. Because it's a prarabdha, the body was that way, constituted that way, and it continues this way. So the Gyanis also behave because of the past impression which they carried, past momentum. But it has nothing to do with their inner understanding about themselves. They feel they're free soul. So therefore, there are prarabdhas tatra hetu janayati. And this because of the past momentum, they and the accrued impact of the desires, unfulfilled desires, of the body, because body was running on, it can hit something, it can go without hitting anyone. It may be good, it may be bad. But that has nothing to do with the identification because it's severed from the car itself, that means the body itself. But they have moboda, the body identity being lost, their body functions, but they are not there. But when our body functions, our mind functions. We are all attached together. When I enjoy, my body enjoys, my mind enjoys, my ego enjoys, my understanding is there. Everything is coordinated all together. But for Brahmajnani, their body only functions. They are rest in their eternal self, Atma, in the Atma, or in their own God consciousness. So, prarabdha, because how they get engaged into something which is a, sometimes it's said that a Brahmajnani should not behave like that. Ramakrishna, Ramakrishna, he's going to, he's in a spiritual mood and he's oblivious of his body. He's carrying his cloth in his armpit and says, do I look anything nasty or do I look anything bad? They're like a child. He has no consciousness of the body. So that is this state they live. They have no, their body does their function because of the momentum, but they don't do involve into anything. Freedom comes them. So prarabdhas tatra hetu, cause is the prarabdha. Janayati vividha vasana karma yoga. It has been accumulated due to different types of actions in the past. And also prarabdhe jasya bhoga, whose fate in the prarabdha karma, he has done a good karma, then he will be enjoying royal dish even he goes to the forest, deep forest. Huh? And if his karma is bad, then you go, even in a royal situation you stay, you will not get a full meal. That also may happen. So it is prarabdha, the impact of prarabdha. So, and that is prarabdha jasya bhoga sajatati vibhave bhoga hino virakta. So they don't, one who is destined to have enjoyment due to the results of their past actions makes an effort to nurture and live in luxury, being internally dispassionate and bereft of all enjoyment. This is a explanation of why the knowers of truth behave in so many different ways. It should not, no? If you say Brahmogyanis, there should be one standard. But why we among the Brahmogyanis find so many variations? Some were wearing the matted lock, someone is with the nails high long, someone is lying down in the sandy bed, someone is in a royal place, no, sitting in a royal chair like that. Janaka, the king Janaka. He was the king. He was apparently he was enjoying all the pleasure of the palace, palatial food, enjoyment, living with, but he's totally detached. He's a Brahmajnani par excellence. So how can you decide who is that? Because explanation why they behave so many ways, because everyone's prarabdha is different. Prarabdha means that action which started this journey. To explain it a little bit, we should know what is prarabdha. Prarabdha is that, suppose I think that I will go to New York. Just an example. It's one desire, no? This entire life is one desire. Last life, when you died, one desire was strong. And this life is that fulfilling that desire. I wanted to go to New York. Okay? This one desire. I said, what is it? I never thought that it will bring any trouble or any good or bad. Huh? So I started from here and we reached the airport. And I just, everything is okay, pass the TSA and enter into that gate. And everything is done. I entered into the plane. And then after some, just it just started in the runway. Then he said, oh, we have to go back. Sorry, some defect in the engine. And then they comes back and takes us out of the plane. Okay. And then we are waiting. I have several experiences and such. So waiting. They say, okay, they are almost done, 1 hour, 2 hours. One time I stayed about 12 hours maybe in the LA airport. And they're always hoping, oh, this is leaving soon, another 2 hours, another 1 hour, another this hour. No? But I didn't, I paid money to go to New York. One desire, I'll go to New York, see my friends and do some lecture, talk and then come back. Good. But this defect, this problem, I didn't expect. Why did it come to me? Whom to blame? The airlines? No, it is you. My karma. Why did I select that plane? I could have selected other plane. And there are many choices. Almost you are purchasing that ticket. No, this is not this. So your choice, your timing, your starting point, you get stuck in the freeway. Or in the plane is almost leaving and you are running. And I had one experience. I almost run and the gate is closed. So I didn't expect that. My prarabdha, my action, my selection. Why you selected that? Because your karma, your old actions brought you to that point. So if you see it from that perspective, Swami Vivekananda said, no one to blame. Everything is your own action. We get a scope to blame others. That's why we get satisfaction. It's not, I am good. It's all the fault is there or here. No. But actually, if you go back, it is all my doing. No one can give me little joy. No one can give me little suffering. It is I have created my joy and suffering because of my past karma. So it is my choice. So if you take this, that's called Vedanta. Take the responsibility on your own and move on and fight it out. So that is the prarabdha. And we see even the Brahmagyanis who have discarded their body identity. They are separate from the body. They never feel that they are the body. But through the body, they sometimes rejoicing, ice cream. Swami Vivekananda, yeah, he is going there. Swami, there is ice cream. Oh, yeah, then he sits. So it seems he's a greedy guy for ice cream. No? No, he's not. But how can we explain that? This is fraud. And that's it. They are, Vivekananda is a category. I am not putting down to ordinary people. That's for the good of the humanity. They come and keep the body identity. They are doing Ramakrishna. They are a category. But for other Brahmaganis, if they do behave, there is the reason. The reason is that because that is their karma, past life's karma. It will drop, and two other karmas will have no effect. The sanchita means which accumulated karma. We have infinite number of karma in our no in our mind lake. You have read the Rajayoga. In the chitta, there are all subconscious thoughts are there. Infinite number of subconscious thoughts. So the Western idea, when it is said, Charbak philosophy, enjoy and do everything, there is no end of that. You pull out and pull out and pull out, endless things are there. So only bring good thoughts, noble thoughts, and then it will so create a new tendency in the self. So sanchita, which is accumulated in the past, that will have no action, no result, because you are disconnected with it. The whole bundle, good or bad, what is that comes? But in this life, when you started your journey as a child until today, we did so many things, maybe good, maybe bad, maybe improper, maybe proper. So where will go all this impact of this karma? Kriyaman, that will have no effect. Only prarabdha will be the propelling force, momentum to carry on this life for a knower of truth. And when momentum mass into velocity, when velocity becomes zero, then it will drop. That is the death. Bimuktascha bimuchate. That person who is realized already will be eternally liberated, free from all idea of body. So this is the three explanation of the karma, prarabdha karma. So even they are detached from that, but their prarabdha is the cause of their moving in the world and their behavior pattern so much different. So there is a story that how prarabdha drives everyone. No? There is one sadhu, in the sadhu in the association of the sadhus, this story is popular. So one there is a sadhu, he is doing much austerities and practices, and so local people in the village saw that sadhu working so much. So they used to bring every day some meal. What meal? They will bring only some chapatis, handmade chapatis, and some vegetables and a simple meal. And suddenly he found that another sadhu, very next, not too far away, he has a kutia. Kutia means where the sadhus live, no? Small kutia. And the day he came, many people are coming morning, evening, and they're bringing delicious dishes, food, this, that, no? And this person is doing more meditation, japa, prayer, and he is getting so much food, and he is getting ordinary normal meal. So he is very much sad, and he said, Rama, what is going on? I am your devoted follower, and I don't get such thing, and he is not doing much meditation, prayer. I see that he is a sadhu, but not doing that much. But people are flocking around him, and not to me, what is the point? And then he was really grieved at that. And the Lord Rama came at the night, said that it is your, he was a son, he was a, comes of a rich family. So he has come here, his karma is flow, helping him. And you were born in such a way, your karma was such, that is your food. Whether you will be a monk or be in the house, you will get the same meal. You go to the Himalayas, the food will run there in Himalayas. So it is all your karma bringing all these things, association and connection. So that is a very common concept in that not to blame anyone, but to blame, not to blame also myself also, not to blame myself, Because if I have done anything right or wrong, it is not my conscience dealing. I didn't know. I thought that is good. Everyone does everything because thinking that is the best thing he can do. A thief is stealing, he knows that stealing is good. A murderer is murdering somebody, thinking that's good. That's why I did it. It's good that he's gone out of my sight. No, so everyone does according to their mental condition. So they're helpless there. But this accumulated action starts from there. So therefore, sanchita karma, accumulated karma, will have no effect at the dawn of knowledge, and kriyaman karma, which has been doing done in this particular life, that will be no effect. Only that will run till the death. After knowledge is attained, it will move only due to past momentum of action. But they are not attached to anything. So whether they eat or don't eat, it matters nothing for them. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. See. So if you have any question, or then I will go for that. Other 10 few minutes are there, and tomorrow will be our class. Class. Gospel Medhananda. Oh, Medhananda Swami Gospel. So tomorrow Gospel from Swami Medhananda at 7:30. Please come and join.
Mars, what's the difference between Tattva Bodha and intellectual conviction?
Intellectual conviction, one step down.
Oh.
But intellectual conviction is a great thing to have some conviction.
How does that?
Many people even cannot think of intellectual conviction never comes unless mind becomes pure. Always contradictory thought will come and delude the mind again with some counter argument. See Purva Paksha and Uttara Paksha. In the all the time you see the intellectual debate is going on there. So that Purva Paksha will always remain poking our head. So therefore, intellectual knowledge is necessary to clear the cobweb of the mind, but intellectual it cannot take us to realization. We'll have to their practice. The best thing, as I understand, is four yogas, as we read. That is the best thing. Jnana, karma, yoga, bhakti should be implemented in the life, and that practice should be done. That means you are 24 hours in sadhana, not while in the shrine and doing japa, not when you are taking a shower and chanting some mantra. No, it's 24 hours. Anything we are doing is only for God. The karma idea, bhakti idea, jnana idea, and dhyana idea to couple and to have this combination, perfect life. One question has come: Prarabdha karma and destiny, is it same? In another language, it is same. Prarabdha karma means which has arabdha, which has begun. That karma which has start giving its result. And destiny means I have no control what is going on. Yes, physically I have nothing to do. When what to come in life's journey, it will come. As I said, the trajectory goes like this, no? In this journey, suppose you are traveling from here to San Francisco. Your trajectory, you selected train time. I'll go 8 a.m. train, no? Start from Union Station and I'll go to San Francisco. This is one desire. When you go, who will come in the next station, sit next to you, who will be very kind to you, who will be sweet to you, who will be little aggressive to you. You do not know. These are all in the journey it comes. So we call it as prarabdha. Or we sometimes say, oh, it is all kapal, a fortune. Or it is called the destiny. It's God's. But God, nadatte kasachit papam, Bhagavan says. Nastayivo sukritam vivu. Ajnaneno abritam janto, teno mujjanti janto. So I don't give anyone any sin. People say, God has given me, what can I do? That's one type of satisfaction. But God has no business to give me suffering. Why He will give that? But we can get a scapegoat. Anything happens, God has done. But God has done because I have done something. That's why God's formula. You are driving a car, you make a mistake, you will get a ticket. You cannot blame the government or you can't blame the police or anybody. So you did something and there is a rule, and the rule of creation it is going on. So some may say that it is my prarabdha karma. That's the one way of taking the responsibility here. Devotees may say, I endure this because God is giving this to me. So this is the two way of handling the problem of our suffering and pleasure which comes in our day-to-day life, we have no control.
Oh. What is Kapala Mochana?
Kapalamochana, God can erase that. And if you say Kapalamochana, that's also can be explained in the law of karma.
Oh.
Why Kapalamochana is doing you and not me? If God is all kind to everyone, why is favoring you and not me? So, but yeah, of course, God is God. God can do whatever He likes. But anyhow, these are different ways of looking at prarabdha karma, looking at our sufferings and joys and sufferings of life, and how to overcome.
Mm.
So first question, yes, then it's called prarabdha karma, and you can also think that it is destiny. But destiny has a negative impact. My destiny. As if I will not do anything, destiny, destiny. No, you do your best and then say it is God's will. Unless doing my best, suppose some problem has come, not taking any action and sitting idly and saying God will do. God will say, I have given you the mind. Did I not give you the mind to think right or wrong? Did I not give you the certain capacity? Finish that power. Then you say, Oh Lord, I am helpless. No? Ramakrishna's example, the cow tied to a tether. And the cow can move anywhere in the whole region. If you have not finished eating that grass, why your grass should be your to the coward boy will take you to another place. God will take you given another chance. You have not already done the thing given to you. You have not exhausted your energy. So therefore, karma, this is a good idea to think that it is destiny God gave me because my karma, or I can do something also. Have I done my best? Then you say it is God's blessing. But devotee can think every suffering as God's grace, and that moves them towards Godward. So that's also a good idea if you think that it is destiny. If yes, we can change our destiny with our determination or hard work. Is it true? Yes, we can try, and are trying after our best try to change my destiny, we can give it to God. Oh Lord, this is my capacity. I have done this part. Please do the rest and help me. Another question, because our minds don't know the future prarabdha that will happen to us in this life, does it feel like Divine Mothers play with us because future events might surprise us? You can stay in the hope that Mother will do that, but Mother is already planned. As I said, trajectory is fixed. You trigger a bullet in one direction. It is direction is fixed. You cannot change. But you can change this idea that I am not the body. Eh? This direction is going on. It will bring happiness and pleasure and pain for everyone. A Brahmajnani also will have the suffering and pleasure and pain physically, mentally, emotionally, intellectually. But can detach themselves and we cannot. That's the difference. Does it feel like Divine Mother play? Yeah, if you take it as a divine sport, Mother's play, God, the whole world is Mother's. So yes, it's Mother's play. Mother is playing with me, and Mother is taking me. Swami Vivekananda's beautiful poem, no? Mother, my play is done. There is it. So it is Mother is playing, holding my hand and taking to different experiences. Now another question. The plain example shows it's our plan of choosing which flight to take or not. So does that mean there is no fate? What happens to us? Yeah, I think we can bring this example of plain example to our life, but this life has started long back. When the other body in the other life, we left the body, that time what thought came in our last thought. That's why Gita says the last thought is very important. When one is dying, the last thought is very important. So that gives the one desire, as I said, last thought, I will go to New York. Similarly, I will be born in a rich family, on one thought. Or I will be born in a very educated family. I will be born in a royal family. Some desire which this life's experience tells them he can desire, and accordingly the goal, maybe direction will come. So therefore, fate is created also. Swami Vivekananda talking about karma. It is we create our fate. Who has created my fate? I did it, and I can undo that. That is the major philosophy of karma theory. Not to be fatalistic. God has done this and I am helpless. No, that should not be the way to solve the problem. So Swamiji says, be bold and say, I did it, I won't do this. I have done this way, I'll do the other way. That's why sadhana. Spiritual practice means like that. Otherwise, the mind and intellect or you emotions are taking us in their own direction. You are stopping your brake, putting a brake. Entire meditation is what? Mind control. So why are you controlling mind? You are redirecting the mind in another way. So I think, therefore, yes, we are having our own karma, but we can change it by our positive thinking. Okay. So we end here. Thank you all for joining. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ram Krishna Paramastu. একটাই ভার্স হয়েছে 38
38
33